Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Cheryl Algie from Kerrang in Northern Victoria, Australia. So this little stamp set, when I find it here, is our, oops, not that one. Where did you go? I've taken it out of the cover, so that's why I had trouble finding it. So it's called Notes of Spring. It's got the cute little deer, a duck, a rabbit. Great for Easter. I've made an Easter card and I reckon that'll be great for Christmas. And I have just cased some of the ideas that I saw on Pinterest, so I'll show you. And I've changed the first one I did. I changed it just so that it was my card. So I did a little bit of watercolouring. I did a bit of everything on this card. I really threw everything at it that I had. And then I saw some more ideas this morning. So I'll just, where's my water brush? I'm going to do this one a different colour. So I felt that the first one I did was a bit dark. So you want to, I haven't done a watercolour wash for a while. You want to wet your watercolour. This is watercolour paper by Stampin' Up! One, the Fluid 100. There's the scraps that I've got here. That is on our, you can find that on our website. Now, because I'm using Bubble Bath, I normally, as you probably, if you've watched me, you know, I normally pick it up with the block, but this one is quite, this colour is quite light, so I used my re-inker. I like to put it, some people like to put it in the pad, but I don't like doing that. I don't like my pads messy. So if you're joining me, please say hi and let me know where you're watching from. Oh yeah, that's a bit darker than I did my other one. It's more the depth that I want because it does dry lighter. You always got to remember that when you're watercolouring, it does dry lighter. You can put a bit more water if it's too dark. It's always interesting the texture of the colours when you watercolour. There's lots of underlying colours that do come out. I'm just going to try and, that didn't work, try and drip some bits of darker bits in there somewhere. I need some more ink. See how that goes. I did pre-watercolour one, but because I like to, yeah, that's not going to work either. It doesn't really matter, there's no rules, you just, that's probably better. And then there's a big blob there, but I don't think that'll matter much. I'm gonna grab some paper towel and just dry that a bit. And if this is, depending on how quickly it dries, it might be dry enough to use this one. And if this one looks better, I've got a big dob there though. See if I can put a big dob somewhere else. Because I want a couple of big dobs. Come here. Yeah, let's see if we can get that to work. Maybe if I No. Oh, you're not going to work, are you? Maybe I had it too wet. I just want at least one more or two more of those. That might. I also want to flick some water when it's kind of dry a bit too, so we'll just do that. You need to clean your brush off. You need to clean that off pretty much as soon as you finish with it. It does take a bit of, especially with the darker colours. This one's not so bad, but the darker ones take a bit of... Oh, hello, Miss Sharon. How are you? Are you all ready for Saturday? We have got a wonderful class happening on Saturday. If you live around Kerrang and you would like to join us one of these Saturday afternoons, you would be made most welcome. We have a lot of fun. This Saturday's class is the Sweet Bugs class. That set is just so cute. I don't know what I've done with the lid to that. Throw that in the bin, and we can work on our other bits and pieces while we wait for that to dry. Now, what have I got? I put everything in here. Oh gosh. Just need to get on my arm. I didn't clean my block, did I? I didn't let the paper towel go on the floor, not in the bin. Oh. Clean that off so I don't do that again. I don't really want a pink arm, even though I like pink. I don't want pink arms. Thank you very much. So, what am I doing here? I distressed my piece and got my little, you can do it with your scissors, but I have, years ago we had these distressing tools. So, and I am going to emboss this, but because I'm going to emboss it with the, I'll have to look at the name, the new Stripes one, it can be a bit fragile. Remember I showed you it when it first became available, and it actually, I embossed on vellum and it all fell to bits. I did a class, it was a class that I purchased by Kim McGillis, and she did a little card with the die out of, what was it called, Lovely Arrangements, I think. And she said that she had die cut. You usually, if you're doing that, you usually die cut first and then emboss. But she said to do it, hang on, which way round was it? Yeah, die cut and then emboss. But she said to emboss and then die cut so that it didn't disintegrate. So that's what, I didn't do this on my first card that I've done to show you today, but I thought I would because I was very nervous that this was going to get shredded once it was embossed. I'll show you the cover of the embossing folder I'm talking about because I'm hopeless, I can't remember names of things. This makes such a mess, but it's a good technique. We're doing a lot of techniques today, and I want to do that on this as well. Actually, watercolour paper distresses really well, I've discovered. I don't often use it. Now I'm going to grab, I'll show you the folder. And it's called the Lovely Stripes embossing folder. Okay, so which way did I do my other one? I did it stripes going that way. I think I'm going to have to put it trying to that's the trouble with stripes, you really do need them straight, don't you? It looks a bit crooked now because I have embossed it I have distressed it, so that's okay. I'll just hop over and do that and run that through. Oh, and if I didn't mention this, I used the party banners dies to cut my banner. And surprisingly enough, I used the a fairly small one because that's what fit on my card. So the Lovely Stripes, and I'm going to pop that away. I'm very bad for not putting things away, and then I can't find them. So I'm just going to try and be good. Now I have a few things that we're going to, I'm not going to make you watch my fussy cut. Actually, I forgot to, that's what I forgot to stamp. That's not cardstock. Forgot to stamp my Happy Easter. What did I do? Oh no, I've put that away. So that's one thing I forgot. So I wasn't sure which card I wanted to show you. Now, what did I do with my mat? Here it is. I don't know about you, but I'm finding that I'm needing to use my soft mat for stamping lately. I don't know if it's me. Previously, I could use just the glass mats. We might do our Happy Easter first so it's got time to dry, and you will have to bear with while I fussy cut that because I forgot to do it. Will that fit on there? No. Where's that other piece that I had here? Centre. Shifted everything so I could start, and then here we go. This one will do. So I did that in pecan pie. Not going to have a practice, should be okay. That looks a bit light though. Yep, that's okay. And I'm going to need my soft suede, not soft suede, gosh, where did I get that from? Pecan pie, gosh, had a mental blank there for a minute. And I had 2 of these that I have already fussy cut, so you don't have to wait for me to do that or watch me do that. I'm just stamping out all the things that I used so that you know what I used. I'll put this little one here. Didn't even realise I had a little one till I had another look at the sample that they showed me. Now, so that's all I did in pecan pie. Put it up the right way to close it. And then a little bunny He's not crumb cake. I did him in crumb cake. Where's the inside of him? Here it is. So for the inside I used crumb cake as well, but I stamped off. I'm not going to say he's pretty easy to line up because sure as I say that I'll muck it up, won't I have not mucked up one of them yet. Always the first time. There we go. So he's pretty good. He's super cute, isn't he? So now we better clean off. There's my blocks. My lens is a bit dry too. Oh, I probably haven't finished with that because I haven't done the inside yet. But anyway, just get rid of. Oh gosh, I'm glad I brought my washing in before. Have you got washing out, Sharon? I think that's rain. I thought it looked like it was clouded over and thought I'd better go and grab that because I got caught in the rain yesterday. Now what? I didn't sponge around that actually. Where did that go? Yeah. I'm using an old sponge because I didn't want to get the fibres of this on my good sponge, my blending brush. And I also picked it up on a block first, so as I wasn't transferring shredded cardstock into my stamp pad. Keep our stamp pads pristine if we can, don't we? And I'll need that to go around the watercolour one too. You can use your daubers for this as well, but I'm going to wash this. And actually I didn't, this is going quite dark. I didn't use this on my first one, so you'll see the difference. That way over there so I don't stick my mitt in it. Now I might be able to, just looking at my card, I probably can. As you can see, my linen thread is really old. I think they changed it onto like a cotton reel thing, because of the kink, that people didn't like the kink in it. So, which is fair enough. It comes out pretty easily with your bone folder. Just a step that you don't have to do if you've got it on a roll, not a piece of cardboard. I've got a habit of buying up so I don't run out of stuff if you haven't gathered that already. So we'll just leave a bit of, I like a nice tail on my bow. That's a big enough either. I'll just do that and cut that about there. Throw that over there and tie this around here. Has anyone been working on Easter projects? Or don't you do anything for Easter? I don't normally, but I've made the one I made. I'll send to my granddaughter, and the one I'm making today, I think I'll send this one to my niece. She likes more subdued colours. She really loved the one that I sent her of the bugs, the waterfall one. She said they were her colours and she loved it, so that was good to hear. She usually loves whatever I make for her, so. And she's struggling now with her illness, and now her hair's starting to fall out. She's not very comfortable with, so of course you wouldn't be. Yeah, so just my way of saying hello every now and again without, ringing people and holding their day up. Oh, come on. I struggled with this when I did the first one, the original one. Geez, how long does it take you to tie a bow, woman? But I couldn't very well do this beforehand. That wasn't too bad. Just need to make it a bit smaller. Put your fingers through and give it a hug. I might leave it like that and see if we want it smaller or not. And I always like to, as you probably know if you've watched me a little bit, I like to secure it so nothing's going anywhere that it shouldn't. I like to secure mine with a piece of tear tape, so it's not going to move, but just make sure it's straight first, hey? And you can see by the lines if it's not straight. Oh, I think it's fine. Okay, that's done. Now, as I said, I have already fussy cut these. One goes on the card front. A little rabbit, and this little piece goes here. We've got our rabbit, and this little piece behind, and this little piece behind that, I think. Yep, I'm happy with that. So I think glue for the grass. I made sure my glue would come out, shouldn't I? It's coming. It's coming. Tricky with tiny bits to glue down. The glue does work best on embossing. Things tend to not want to stick when they're being embossed. Always easier when you've got a card in front of you to copy off than trying to remember what you did and forgetting things. So who's going to sign up for Paper Pumpkin? Do you think that's that's for you? Anyone who's watching, do you reckon that's for you or not? I think I will get one monthly. You've just got to remember to do it before the 10th, I think it is. I'll have to read more about it. We're having a webinar tomorrow about it, so I'll find out more about it then. I think for me it's going to be a bit of a saving because I've already got the cards I did last week in my live, the ones that are from the set that we were given at On Stage. It's the April month. So now I've got, well, I haven't made the rest up yet because I thought I would leave them as they were so my class ladies could see exactly what you get in your kit. So how cute is that? Now that's not too far off dry. This was an afterthought. As I said, I saw something this morning that prompted me to do this. So I might do the both. I might do, this is the one I had pre-done, actually. If I was going to use that one, let's see, what do I do with my thing? Yeah, maybe I don't want as many speckles if I'm going to use that. So remembered these little flowers when I saw a card on that prompted me to remember from the Delicate Whispers that I used the week before I went to On Stage. So, and it had, I forget what the card even was, I don't think I saved it, and it had just these little flowers that come out of that set everywhere. And I think you bought that, didn't you, Sharon? So you'll be able to recreate that. So I might do a dark one in the middle, like, I mean, not a stamped off one in the middle. See if we reckon, yeah, that's fine. So I thought if it was too dark I could stamp it off, but it's not, so we won't. Just kind of random. Like so. There's my little what's-a-do there. So now this will be even easier to distress when it's wet, won't it? Actually looks a bit long. No, it's right. It's the right size. Must be my eyes deceiving me. But I don't want to get all this distressing done and then have to do it again. No. Not that it's that hard to work, but done it once, you don't want to have to do it again. And there's another album retreat. I'll be, full disclosure here, I bought the one last year and I haven't even started it, so I'm refraining from getting it yet. I have to do the other one first. I've been very good at getting on and doing things since I've been back from Sydney. I've done the cards for the next 2 classes so that I can show you girls on Saturday. So if you think that's what you might want to do, it's always good to see the cards in person. Because it was a tutorial for demonstrators, I can't really show it to you, show it online. So if you come into class, you get to see it in person and decide, well, is this for me or not? It's the beauty of that. So I'll pop that away. So don't need that again. I've just got to clean up my mess from this. Makes a lot of mess. Now also I wanted to, I just put my bin there because I wanted to not sure what that was in answer to. Oh, was it in answer to, have you done anything for Easter? Maybe. Geez, I better be careful there. I made a bit of a mess on that one. Probably because it's wet. I probably need to dry it off a bit. We might do our inside while it's drying off a bit. Could always use the heat tool. Which I might have to end up doing actually. Oh, I've got to fussy cut my sentiment, don't I? So, got lots more to do yet. Lots more time for it to dry. But over there, it's got a sponge on it. I'm not going to put my hand in it, hopefully. The only drawback with this was all the fussy cutting that I've had to do. You don't have to do fussy cutting. You can make a card that's just stamps, ink and paper, and just by masking, but I do like my layers, so it's whatever you feel comfortable with. Yeah, and these are going to be separate greetings. To round that off, and I've pointed it. Oh, did I show you which stamp set that came out? I was getting all excited and maybe I didn't. Now I don't know where I've put it. It'll be here somewhere. It's disappeared. It'll be under there somewhere. So if you want to know, just leave me a comment, and when I find it, when I pack up, I'll let you know what it is. Oh, was it called Choose Happy? Maybe it was called Choose Happy, I think. And full disclosure again, this is the first time I've used it. I get it out to use and it's got all separate greetings, and I think, no, I can't be bothered with that. But I should be bothered because it's quite cute. I didn't know whether I had any current Easter stamps. They're not good scissors. I find that I need a straight, like a bigger pair of scissors if I want to try and cut straight. cut it there because I'll probably cut it crooked and then I'll have to cut it again. That's better. Concentrating here. Okay. Now. This is almost dry. I think I'm going to go for it. Or I could put these on too, I think. Where did I put them? Yep. That's where I put them. Maybe I better wait. It's going there. And do we want a crumb cake background? I was thinking maybe pecan, but maybe bubble bath. I'm going to get both out and we'll decide together. One already folded in bubble bath. That's bubble bath. That's crumb cake. And good if I've got it. One already done in pecan too, wouldn't it? No, I don't think that's not big enough. I like to have it so that you can actually see. Oh, this might do to know whether you want to do that or not. What do we think? I think I'm quite liking that. What do you think, Sharon? I'll look at that again. I'm thinking, well, I don't mind that either. Any of the three would do. Back to crumb cake. You think crumb cake? Okay, we'll go with that. That's what I did the first one in. So now, how do you guys adhere your watercolour paper? I find that it can buckle, so this is how I did my other one. It's almost dry, I think it'll be fine. I did all sides with my tear tape, and then haven't done this for a while. It's a bit of a technique here to get it straight on your card too. Sharon would probably remember, we've probably done this, I've probably showed you in class how you just take take the top piece of your tape off so that you can get it adhered down on one side and not stick the whole thing down and have it crooked. At least that's the plan. We'll see how we go. So what I'm doing is I'm taking, I've got nails, yes. I'm just taking the tape part the way off. And then I'm going to adhere it to the top corner. See if I'm happy with that, and I am. And then I can reach in there and take off my other pieces. So what sort of adhesive do you guys use for your watercolour paper? Oh, gosh, I can't find the end of that one. Did I not pull that down? I did. It's gone up under there. There we go. Come on. Come on, come on. There we go. Now we've got our other piece of grass, I suppose you would call it. I did actually stamp that and stamp it off, but I wasn't happy with it, so I ended up stamping over it on my other card. So I think I'll just leave that we'll stick that down there. With my trusty glue. Just got to remember where to stick it. Come here. Come here. Come out. Gotcha. Trouble picking that up. About. This is the hardest part, I think, when you're making a card. Hard to judge where you're going to adhere things down. It's there and it's staying there now. Okay, and I think I might want... I didn't put dimensionals on it. On the other one, but I might on this one. Probably wish I hadn't, because I'll have to adhere the greeting on sort of lopsided, but anyway, we'll go with this. Now that I've decided, and yes, I'll put a lot of dimensionals on, and that's because I care about my recipient not receiving a saggy card. I'm doing a Karen. Karen's one of the Stampin' Up! Employees that she did the virtual card class, and they were having a bit of a banter, and she said she puts as many on because she cares. And I thought, well, that's a good reason. Now I'll try and centre that. Try and figure out where I want my Happy Easter. So we just want a little one on the other end of that. tiny bit. Scissors, what I'm looking for. No, I don't need scissors. Why am I looking for scissors? I don't need scissors. I don't think I do. Let's see whether this will go on there or do I have to cut it? You see it? If I put it on straight you wouldn't see it. I haven't. So let's just, that's what scissors are for, just cut that down so you can't see it. Always a bit tricky working with little tiny bits. Put some adhesive on the front side of that, and it looks like I might have to cut a dimensional to go on there. Maybe that might even be just the right shape. It's gonna, I thought it was gonna hang over, but it's not. Yoo-hoo, win-win. Where'd my seal go? Just twine out the road. And because I put the dimensional, I've got to make sure it comes off there a little bit. And the Easter will go there too. Now, got the perfect embellishments. These lovely pink ones. I don't know whether they're current or not, but like I keep saying, I've got stacks of embellishments. If you didn't have, I think these ones are current. Don't ask me what they're called. Pretty sure they are. But the pinky ones that I'm looking for, here we go. They've also got the goldy ones in them too. So if you didn't like too much pink, I'm just going to see what that, yeah, I think that'll be fine. Where's my pokey tool? The paler ones we'll use, not the brighter ones. Two sizes in those, not three, and it also looks a bit browny in there too, so that's good too. Goes perfectly with my card. I'll go a couple up the top. Or two. Don't want overkill, do I? Now we've got to do our bunny for the inside. Is that what I did? I did the bunny with some glass either side. I'm looking for my inside piece. Where's my bunny? Oh, it's stiff to open. And then as before, we're going to stamp off the snip off the bunny. A piece of paper. Gosh. Snip that off. Get our bunny lined up. Get his ears lined up. It's usually pretty good. It might have gone off a bit. No, no, it's right. Might just put some grass. Actually, I might need crumb cake out again for a minute. Do some, oh, I did those with the little ones. Do some pieces of grass either side of him. And then there's these stamps. Where have they gone? Oh, right here. These are quite useful. These little pieces of ground, or you could use them for anything really. Sure which one. I'll try this one. See what I think of that. I don't want it in that though. I want it in crumb cake. When you do case the samples at Stampin' Up, they put them next to their, or if you scroll through the products, you can see what they are. At first look, you think, oh yeah, that's simple. It's not. They're not really as simple as what they look. There's a lot involved in them. And this will be my ground, so he's not floating. See that? Save those because I'll do my envelope later. Won't keep you while I mess around with that. Put my insert in to find my seal. Have you not been well, Sharon? Oh, there we go. So that's with bubble bath. It's pretty cute. And first one I did was in Flirty Flamingo for my background because I thought it would end up being paler than that because I was watercolouring. But I'll take it out of the packet so you could see. But it's actually quite bright, so I think that will be for Alea, and the other one will be for my niece. So, oh, there's the there's the stamp set I was looking everywhere for. Choose happy if you're looking for an Easter one. That's current. There you go. And I also cased. Sometimes I'm not fussed on what Stampin' Up do, so with their samples, but that's okay. We're all different. If you look at the website, you'll see that I have cased their samples, but I've used my colours, and this is actually the new green, the new what is it called? Peaceful Pine, and that's because I haven't got my pre-order yet. That's garden green sponged with a bit of Peaceful Pine there, and I've done my bunny in Smoky Slate and my deer in Pecan Pie. So, and this paper is that autumn one. Remember the name of it. Gathering Together, but I haven't hardly even used any of it. It's actually got some quite nice neutrals. I think it's last time I looked it was still available. It's got the leaves, but which are nice, but I haven't got anything that coordinates with them. It's actually beautiful. It's got the gold through the leaves. Probably wasteful me using the back sides, but you use what works. And, you know, I wasn't going to go through every piece of paper that I had to see what worked. I found one that did and I went with it. So there's that one. Might leave those out so you can see. This one also cased off the website, but this I didn't have that piece that they used left, so I've used a different piece, but it works. Very simple with the Gallery Blooms, and that's the embossing folder that goes with Petal Pink two-tone cardstock. Pretty easy, that one, apart from the fussy cutting. This one also, I've used, oops, tearing out my bow. Oh, my bow's unravelling, got caught. Probably had it a bit long. Let me see if I can rescue that so that you can see it properly. Got caught on some glue. Can always tie it again, can't I? I will. So I've used different colours. It looked like they might have sponged theirs. I didn't do that. Like sponge the colours onto the stamps, but I didn't do that. Might leave this a bit bigger so it doesn't, if it does pull, it doesn't pull right out. Oh. Butterfingers. There we go. It's a bit floppy, a bit loose, looser than I wanted. I might have to undo it again, do it with tweezers, but you get the idea. I'll tighten that after. And they'd used a heap of different colours. This one is from this paper. It went quite nicely. I'd already stamped these. Darling Duckling, Bubble Bath and Pecan Pie. And that is two-tone peach. That's Timid Tiger. And the paper is, it's this one. I don't remember names of papers. Florals in Bloom. So it's the back of it is the floral one. But I thought that worked perfectly with the card I wanted to create. So I was very satisfied and very happy with my attempts at making those cards. Thank you, Sharon. Oh, why have I got a bit of string in there? Has that come off something? Do I have, oh yes it has. It's all my bows are coming undone. My goodness, I had a little bow on there. I could see the glue dot. I'm going to fiddle with those and get that. Right, I used half a glue dot and it hasn't really stuck properly. We've had some humid weather, maybe that's got something to do with it. See if you'll stick for me. Now, glue dot's gone a bit dry, I reckon. If I can push it under there, might be better. Yeah, they didn't have a bow. Maybe that's why, because there's not much room. I probably could have put it up there or something, but yeah, so okay, so thanks for watching, everyone, whether you're watching me live or on the replay. Thanks, Rhonda. Yeah, I appreciate your support. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye for now. I'll see you next Thursday.